Hello, good evening. Guess what? We're early and not gay.
Look at us, 2 minutes early. Just
Wow.
like my ex-husband.
Oh. Oh, well, he doesn't subscribe, so fuck him anyways, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for real, for real.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Vicky. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everyone in chat. I can't see chat because I'm on my phone, so I'm just saying hello to everyone.
There's chat.
Perfect. Just leave that up the whole time so I know what people are saying about us.
Yep, we're not going to share anything because this makes more sense. Could you
Yeah.
guys say interesting shit? If you know any idioms, post them in chat because that's what we're doing tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good idea. We could
No,
take
it's
a poll
not.
like, do you?
Chat doesn't
Oh,
know
my
anything.
bad.
I'm just
Chat knows
kidding.
all
They
the
do.
things.
Okay, you're right. I don't know how to do polls here on Rumble. I don't know that it's integrated yet, or maybe they didn't give me permission. I don't know how it works, but
We could be like, press one for A, or like if you think it's A, press A. I mean, I guess I could just type A. Never mind.
no, no, no. I
Ugh.
like that. I like press one if you think A.
Just make it
Press
really
one
difficult.
twice if you think B. I like that
I just
idea.
leave chat now if you think we're dumb.
Hey, Nova.
Hi,
Uh,
Nova.
good to see you. I didn't know you were still awake, or I would have tried to wrangle you into this. I was like desperately thinking if I had any friends, and I don't. Yes, this
You
is
may have
not
to
fun unless you do this with somebody else.
you may have to wrangle somebody else in if I get a call because I got my radio. I'm definitely at work.
That's fine. I can talk to myself. I've done prayed for everyone in your state, so no one's gonna do any of the dead.
Okay, good.
Hey,
I like
hands, good
that.
to see you. Okay, so what we have in front of us is the first real mind map that's gonna work.
All right, let's do it.
You can't see my mouse moving? That's weird. Okay, do you know what an idiom is?
It's like it says one thing and means something else,
Hmm.
right?
I just clicked it and it came right up. Okay, an expression in the usage of a language that is peculiar to itself, either in having a meaning that cannot be derived from the conjoined meanings of its elements. Like, you know, like me too. You would never guess what the fuck that stands for.
It means so much.
It has a lot. Um,
It
or
means you
it
didn't
is,
say it when it happened, but you want to claim it now. I mean,
we don't really got to get into the movement, but I think this group, no, I'm more like 300 years, they're really gonna have questions. Right now, I think everybody knows.
okay.
No, it means I want to go to the store also. I'm still with its old meaning,
Yeah.
you know. Okay, so it just means, or it says, or in its grammatically atypical use of words such as give way. Give
Oh,
way.
like
I
Persian way?
learned, no,
No.
NWAY. But I did learn while doing this that so many of the things that we say as like our colloquialisms or idioms, or I don't know what the difference is, um, are from like ship talk and sea language.
Well, yeah, because that was the like main mode of like how people traveled to get just like to get here.
Okay, so the only thing we're gonna leave behind is the middle finger because they're like, well, you know, they used cars and we can't make the horn sound because that's weird. Middle finger.
Yep.
Because the way you travel is how I really don't. You know what my excuse for pirate language
What?
is because the sailors, you know, they say all the F's and the B's and the D's and the
Mm-hmm.
okay, but when you get home, you can't be saying that shit in front of your wifey. So you're like, what do pirates say? Some
So you got to cuss like a sailor?
you don't want to. You have to say idioms so that you could say shit still around the wife, and then she just picks them up all innocently. Like, hold on, let me go to the list. I'm sure there's one if I just look. I closed it like a Riri. Um, think of an idiom. Raining cats and dogs.
Yeah,
No,
raining
kick the
cats and
bucket.
dogs.
Kick the bucket. How about that one? He was like,
Yeah,
he's
mind
not
your
gonna
P's and
come.
Q's.
I don't think that's a pirate one. But yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Do you know what mind your
does
P's
chat
and
know
Q's
what mine is?
means?
Um, no.
They don't. They give them a couple seconds. It's like 15 seconds behind. I bet they know. Let me share this one. Is mind your
I,
P. It's on here. Okay, so as soon do you, I think you'll be surprised at what this means. Sailors don't have wives, lol. You don't know that.
I mean, they got one leg.
You don't know that either. You guys are besmirching the good name of sailors. There's a sailor in our chat right there.
Who?
Seaman revelry.
I think that's sibling. You don't know how to read.
Words is hard. That's why we're here tonight. Let's find out what P's and Q's is from.
All right.
The origin of the expression, mind your P's and Q's. Cecil explains. It originated in British pubs as an abbreviation for mind your pints and quarts. Supposedly, this warned the barkeep to serve full measure, mark the customer's tab accurately, etc. It meant mind your P, jacket, and Q. What? Q's, pigtails, were often powdered and...
Your video is cutting out and your sound. Oh, is it just me?
I hope it's just you. Tell me, Chad, if it's both of us. Because you said that to me just fine.
Are you there?
Yeah. Are you here? Can you see me doing some sign language? Do you speak retard? Okay, it's her.
Can you?
I see you now. Are you back?
Oh, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was probably me. Okay,
Okay.
so it says it's something about Q's and pigtails. I don't know what this means. An
What's
even dumber
what?
variation of this involves pides, French for feet, and says minding your P's and Q's means combing your hair and polishing your shoes or something like that.
I like the pints and quarts.
P and Q stands for prime quality, according to the Oxford Dictionary. To be P and Q was a regional expression meaning top quality. Ooh, I like that. But when what I heard is that you have to like make sure that your P's aren't Q's when you're writing them. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I used to get those wrong all the time when I was young.
Same. And the B and the D? Mine your B's and D's?
BDSM?
No, that's not what I
That's
said.
not the
But
same.
Okay. So that was P's and
Right.
Q's.
Wait, did
I'm
chat know the
curious.
answer?
They didn't even try.
Ugh, come on, chat. Work with us.
You said they're trying to figure out if your audio is bad or if it's mine, and it's yours. It's not. They said
Did they
neither.
hit 1 for A or 1 for B?
Yeah, you could just take the poll. Okay. Do you know why they say raining cats and dogs?
'Cause it's raining heavily? Like it's storming?
Okay, that is how to use it correctly. But why do they say it?
Oh, that I don't know. What's that one?
I don't know. I can't even. I use the cats and dogs for a
Raining.
background here because it's the weirdest one. And if you look, I don't know how to show the background without just removing us, but this isn't AI generated. And it's cats and dogs that are raining, but there's a person here. I'm going to remove us in a second so they can see this. But there's a
Okay.
person here, and they made him into a cat, kind of, because one of his legs is a tail. Hold on.
Head and it's 1 foot is a tail. That's
When I was
funny.
like, wait, why is this wait a minute, why is this cat wearing this suit? And why is his leg a tail? Stupid AI. Okay, let's find out what this even means. Take the poll. Heard that before. Yeah, girl.
That's what she said.
Okay, let's see. What is the origin of the phrase, it's raining cats and dogs? Answer, we don't know. Damn, I should have checked this. Hey, hi, Jimmy. The phrase might have its
Hey, I
roots
click
in
on one
Norse,
that says they don't fucking know.
and nobody knows. They would have known if they could know. It says the phrase might have its roots in Norse mythology, medieval superstitions, the obsolete word catadup, waterfall, or dead animals in the streets of Britain picked up by storm waters. Gross.
Oh, I guess that
The
makes
first,
sense.
it says, yeah, the
Like
first
the outside
recorded use of
animals
the
got washed
phrase
away.
was in 1651. Yeah, I guess so. That means like it was flooding,
Yeah,
right?
that
A
makes
collection
sense.
of poems by somebody. British poet Henry referred to a roof that was secured against Dogs and cats rained in shower. Well, that's weird.
Hmm.
It shall rain dogs and polecats. Polecats are related to the weasel and were common in Great Britain. A polecat?
I
A
never heard of
polecat.
such a thing.
No, polecat sounds derogatory. That sounds like a stripper.
Sounds like us. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm gonna call them from now on. They're polecats.
This is what a polecat used to look like. This is Jonathan Swift, the OG polecat from 1651. Don't read the
Oh.
words around this. Don't you dare. I'm going to get rid of him so you don't know I lied. All right, so raining cats and dogs doesn't have an origin, according to me, today. But did you know towhead was TOW, or did you think of it like me and the AI?
I thought it was TOE, and I thought it was
Me
because
too.
I thought it was because your big toe.
Tell me
Um,
why about your big toes and his white hair, please. You got to put your cape on, girl?
nah, that's the other one.
Okay, why did you think about your big toe needing to be blonde?
Because your toenails are white. So towhead meant that you had like super blonde hair.
We're gonna find out together. How do I get out of here? Don't share, disagree, whatever. Just get me out of here. Or share it, whatever you need to do, just agree. Okay. Why do we call blonde kids towheads?
But I definitely didn't know it
Well,
was spelled with a W.
me either. It says, well, you don't hear people describing their blonde toddlers as towheads. I'm like, we don't, because I say it every time I see one.
Yeah, for sure. I got a sister
Spend
that's
some
a towhead.
You do? She's not.
The big one?
She's not. She's not.
She was when she
Maybe
was.
you grow out of it though. You can either stay it or she's not it now.
No, I don't know. I don't know her.
She's a former towhead.
Oh, she's a towhead in
Um,
recovery.
she recovering towhead. I'm going to drink a couple beers with my granny. I'll be back in a bit if y'all are still on. All right, enjoy that. Have fun.
Who
I
was
have
that?
seen cougars on a pole. Yeah.
Ew.
Hands. She's gonna go have a couple beers. Thanks, Nova Scotia, Canada, for some of the most popular sayings. Are
Way to
you
go,
think?
Nova.
So far we haven't. That's not. Don't believe him. He. Way to go, Nova. Yep. Do we learn this one yet? Why do they do it? Oh, here it is. As Grammar Phobia reports, the toe in towhead isn't akin to toe in tow truck or undertow. The latter comes from the Old English word togian, I don't know, which means to draw or pull by force to drag, according to the dictionary. The former toe, which dates at least as far back as the 14th century, means the fiber of flax, hemp, or jute prepared by spinning or some process of scutching.
Huh.
Okay, so the origin isn't quite as clear, but it may have derived from the Old Norse noun to meaning, or toe, probably what that says, uncleansed wool or flax. Boring. How weird, we just say shit, we don't even know what it means. That's not the only one. I thought this one over here. Ooh, wait. Let me go back again. I thought brass tacks was TAX, and I thought it was a tax on bullets. Is she here? Oh, she's not even here. I'm just talking to myself. Well, chat, now you know. I did think that brass tacks was a tax on bullets. Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, internet out here in the country.
Do you know that brass tacks is TACKS?
Yes.
Oh, what does it mean then?
Brass. Okay, so if somebody's got brass tacks, means they've got like chutzpah, like they've got balls. Is how I like. Oh man, he's got brass tacks, like he's strong-willed.
The meaning of the origin of expressing get down to brass tacks. Let's see. Show me the words. Where the hell are the words? Oh, this is a mystery.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, we gotta stop
It's
the
giving
music.
it's giving chat time to answer what they think brass tacks is.
Yeah, I used to think it was okay. I used to think it was a tax on ammunition.
Oh, I could understand that.
Where the hell is this? Let's refresh. Okay.
Got the three
Oh,
dots of
that's the
death.
real internet. Because it's probably changed with the Mandela effect overnight. It happens. Phrase finder, that's that one we're on, so let's not try that one again. Let's try this. Just sell it. I don't care. Oh, can you read this? This was the worst. Okay, no one knows about. Let's see. I read about this. They said that it's basically like let's get down to the details, and the details were like brass tacks and finishing stuff, like upholstery.
Huh. That's the original meaning?
I mean, if we can't find it, don't you think it's a pretty good idea? I think it's a
Yeah,
good guess.
let's get down to brass tacks, like, let's get down to the bottom of it, let's get down to, like,
Let's get down
weed through all the
to
fluff.
what's really holding this together.
Yeah, like, what's the meat of it?
The meat of it. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Let me share this again because I done messed up.
Your hair
Let's
looks cute
see.
tonight.
Thank you. So does yours. Do you know why they say spill the beans?
I use it, like, spill the beans, like, tell me the gossip, like, tell me what the story is, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the origin is.
Well, you're pretty much. Have you heard of a bean counter? If you say you're a bean counter,
You're the money man.
right? You count things up. So spill the beans originally came from boating. Let's see what it means. Meaning to give away a secret or to confess. The term spill the bean derives from the electing of council members in ancient Greece. Each council member would vote with their white beans, yes, or brown beans, no, and these would secretly be put into a jar, and no one would know which way the members voted. However, if the jar was knocked over, causing the beans to spill out, the proportion of yes and no votes could be seen. They spilled the beans.
It's kinda like,
They're,
when you got blackballed.
what?
So
That's never
if
happened
you
to me. That's a rumor.
No, black ball's like so everybody votes and all the white balls are yeses, but if you got even one black ball, it meant
Oh,
you were
shit.
like it was a you couldn't do whatever the thing. They still use it in like Masons when you're getting like voted into the Masons. It's like a secret and everybody puts their ball of the color they're choosing
Oh,
into a box, and if there's any black balls, it means
damn.
it only
One
takes
no.
one no. Everybody else could be a 40 yeses, but one no. So the term that's the where to be blackballed means like it only takes one person to screw you over.
Vicky said, spilled the tea? Yeah. But now it used to be spilling beans, and now we spill tea. That hot piping tea for truth. I bet it said that if I would have kept looking. I bet it also says tea for truth. It doesn't. If some of the internet is retarded, it doesn't know everything. Do you know what blowing smoke means?
Like if you're bullshitting,
Mm-hmm. You know
like
where it came
creating a
from?
like a smoke screen.
I feel like you should know this one because it came from your medical field.
Really?
Doctors used to do this to people.
Doctor used to blow smoke?
Up people's ass. They just did
For
it.
what? Just for fun?
Apparently, I don't think it worked. Look at that. That's an ass blowing machine.
That is for the fireplace. That is not
It's also for your ass. It had two uses. When someone is blowing smoke up your arse today, it is a figure of speech that means that one person is complimenting another insincerely most of the time. Back in the late 1700s, however, doctors literally blew smoke up people's rectums. Believe it or not, it was a general mainstream medical procedure used to, among many other things, resuscitate people who were otherwise presumed dead. And now you know why you
okay.
don't save them all. If CPR is not working, I suggest flipping them over, getting your cigarette, get your paper straws. This is why they went paper in California, because we save people all the time now. And just blow it into the rectum.
Okay,
The
so do you want to
smoke.
hear a real quick funny story?
Yes.
Okay, so um about 2 3 years ago, maybe it was before COVID, we had like a rash of bad overdoses. Like there's just a bad batch of drugs in town, so people were overdosing on opiates a lot. And like
Hilarious.
4 overdoses in a row, they were like soaking wet and they had ice up their butt. And I was like, what is happening? Like, why is this happening? And so I asked one of the people on scene, like, "Why did you do that? Like, what what made you
What's
decide that
happening?
he's not breathing, and the best thing's like, flip him over, let's put ice in his ass." And they were like, that's what we heard you're supposed to do, it wakes him up." I'm like, "That don't do
Who
that."
heard that? Other
Like,
crackheads?
other crackheads, so it spread like that, so we had a bunch of people doing it. It was a lot, and I'm like, "Stop, don't do." Can you imagine? Not
Give him
only
my
did you do
card. Tell him I swear you're not supposed to be doing this shit.
so can you imagine
How do you
the
know it
last
doesn't work? Maybe it
I
just
mean,
stopped working. It
the
clearly
last
works, or
thing
you
you
would have seen this
remember
a lot. I'm sorry.
the last thing you remember, you're super high, you're feeling good. Next thing you know, you're waking up, there's a bunch of strangers around you, and you have an ice cube up your butt? Like,
Yeah, you're
come
like, I
on.
pissed myself out. This sucks. No, no, your friends did that to you.
Like, add insult
Goddamn.
to
That's how you know
injury.
those drugs are good. Because the people who are doing it are also still getting high, knowing that's a 50-50
It's a
chance, buddy.
possibility.
It's a yes or no tonight. Wow. I'd rather go to the doctor and have him pretend he knew what he was doing with this machine. This is probably for your
Yeah.
urethra. Why did they have this one?
Yeah, that's long. That's gonna poke some that's gonna rupture something.
Yeah, that's not okay, probably.
That can't be
That one's
safe.
hilarious. That might be my favorite one. Do you know what see a man about a horse means?
I don't know what it means, but I do know that when I first moved to Georgia, people used to say that all the
Dogs.
time. They would be like, um, "I gotta go see a man about a horse," or "I gotta go see a man about a job," and it basically just meant they were going to the bar to have a drink.
Yeah, you know what I found? I always thought it meant, tell me what you thought. Hey, Ryan, tell me what you thought, because I always thought see a man about a horse meant I have to go to the bathroom. I literally thought if someone said that, they had to go
No.
to the bathroom. So if I had to go to the bathroom, I would just say I see a man about a horse, which is kind of nice because it turns out it's like just slang for I'm trying to get out of here. So it says, do you need to exit a social situation? Maybe you're at a bar and you feel it's time to go, but you don't want to appear like a Debbie Downer to your friends. In that case, you tell them you have to see a man about a horse. Most people understand the meaning of this idiom and they'll realize you're not feeling the current environment. Not me. I think you're going to poop. The whole time I was like, oh, he had to poop. And I do understand that. So true. It's kind of true.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And then they were saying it's bright in here all of a sudden. They were saying in Discord that see a man about a dog that both of these people could have kept saying because of betting. So they're like maybe they were off to the track. Go see a man about
Oh,
a horse. Got to go make a bet. And if it's a horse race, you really couldn't be late for that. It's like, I get it. You have to go.
right. Gotta go. Interesting.
Insinuation about having a big dick when you go to the bathroom.
Well,
That's what that
that's true.
means?
I don't think so.
No, okay, so when we were young, do you remember mom always said, I gotta pee like a Russian racehorse?
Yes.
Did you think she meant it was from Russia or that it was going fast?
From Russia.
Yeah. I think it was going fast to get to the bathroom.
Like rushing.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I don't think
Good.
Russian racehorses have to pee any more than a regular German one or American racehorse.
Yeah. I don't yeah,
I
I
always thought it was Russian too, and then I got older. I was like, oh, he's probably going fast. He's a Russian. Oh,
they're going so fast they
oh,
couldn't pronounce the G.
got it. But mom also said a pregnant Russian racehorse. Well, guess what? She knows a lot about this racehorse.
She does know a lot about this racehorse. What is she doing in
That's
her
a
life?
mom joke. That's a mom pregnant. Right? Only a pregnant woman would understand that. We weren't pregnant when she was saying that. We were kids and we didn't get it. We're
No,
like the
for sure not.
horses in Russia are weird. They
Yeah,
ride pregnant horses
wild.
in Russia, racehorses, and they gotta pee. It's fucked up.
Yeah. What are they doing over there?
Do you know what Under the Weather's about?
That means you don't feel good?
Yeah, but this one's one of those sailor ones where if you were under the weather, you went down below deck so that you were literally under the weather happening on deck.
Oh,
Man, that's pretty
I
cool,
like
huh?
that.
Me hearties. That was easy. Do you know what crocodile tears are and why they say it?
Um, it means you're fake crying, like, wipe away those
Yeah.
crocodile tears, but I don't know why, like, how that came from. Do crocodiles cry?
Do crocodiles really cry? Researchers observe crocodilians have for proof of crocodile tears. The term crocodile tears refers to feigning or insincere sadness. The term has an etymology dating back several centuries. As early as the 4th century, crocodile tears are referenced in the literature as a metaphor for fake sorrow. Apparently, the fable goes that crocodiles weep while eating their prey because they are sad. However, the sadness is fake. The term crocodile tears became widely popular after it was documented in a 15th century book titled The Voyage and Travel of Johnson or whatever. So yeah, basically, look at that sad crocodile. They cry when they
What?
murder or eat and survive, whatever. They're very sad about survival, I guess. So I think that's funny.
They're the oldest
Let me
living
show you
dinosaur and
something.
they're sad? I don't think
Let me
so.
show you something. So I had the AI help me create these images. This is the first one it created me. Share this tab.
Oh, that's really
Right?
cute.
And I was like, oh, that's good. Could you create a more realistic? I literally said, that's nice. I'm quoting. Can you create a realistic crocodile crying over nothing? It says to me, certainly. Here's a realistic depiction of a crocodile shedding a tear seemingly over nothing. This fucking thing trolled me. What?
Ah, gotcha.
Ugh. He did got me.
They did you a don't.
He did me and don't. Oh, I was like, what do you even say about this? It's just like, oh, okay.
Do you know where that saying came from? Did me a don't?
Did me a don't. My nephew.
No, it's from your daughter.
My daughter said that?
Your oldest one, when she was little, when she would do something that she wasn't supposed to, she'd say, I did me a don't, because she
So
would be
weird.
told don't. Yeah, I don't you don't remember that?
No, I remember teaching her like her eyes and her ears and her nose. And I told her one day, Jada, where's your nose? And she runs over and she points to these glass things. I'm like, those are nose. That's true. But where's your nose? That's a different. It's N-O-S-E. But Dems is also nose. Don't touch that shit.
That's
What
funny.
about this is interesting to me. Don't gyp me or gyp when someone gyps you. Do you know where that comes from?
I don't know where it comes from, but I think it means, like, don't short me, like, don't like, make sure I get the
Right.
whole thing.
Gyp is short for gypsy.
Oh, because the gypsies be stealing shit.
I know it's fucked up, right? You're allowed to make fun of gypsies or
So we
whatever.
have a gypsy camp here.
I know. I was telling
It's
people about it like
wild.
it was my story the other day. Wait, not really. I told them it was your story, but you have trouble like you like responding to a call there, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, I told you. Told you Discord. I was right. I don't lie all the time.
they're wild, but their houses are
Oh, wait.
beautiful.
And stolen. These words and phrases have racist origins.
Well, that makes
That's
sense because you're making fun
awesome.
of gypsies.
Gyp or gypped or gyp or gypped. I just made a song.
You're a rapper.
Lord, it's a damn shame. Okay. This means to be cheated, swindled, or taken advantage of in modern vernacular. Hold on, we're gonna do a scroll. No can do in long time. Oh, long time no see's on this list. This is because wait a minute. I thought this was about the damn first peoples or whatever we're supposed to call them, the Native Americans. One of all the expressions out of all the expressions on this page, you've most likely said these at some point. No can do. Long time no see. It might surprise you to see these are seemingly innocuous phrases on the list, but they're actually born out of mean-spirited mockery. In the early
Rude.
20th century, no can do and other broken English phrases were a way to make fun of how Chinese immigrants and other ESL people attempted to communicate. The same
Oh,
goes
I don't
for
like
long
that.
time no see, which mocks Native Americans. How? Long time no see. Yeah, no. Is that true? Is this our unconscious bias? Cake taught me about that. Well, she didn't teach me about it, but she
No,
said that word during this, and I was like, oh, I get it. Author reservation.
sounds good
Uppity.
now.
We're cutting out again? Did you know uppity was racist? I don't even know this word. This word is often used to describe
Uppity,
someone
like,
as being
oh,
arrogant or self-important, but it's racist?
yeah.
Don't get all uppity on us.
Yeah,
It's
how
pretty
is it?
disturbing history. Its origin is racially termed, used in the American South to describe black people who didn't know their place. It was usually part of a
Oh,
two-word descriptor that I'm sure you can guess on your own. Uppity buppity, nippity uppity, oopty oopty.
I don't know
Come
the
on, tell us
two-word
the
thing.
other part. Tell us the other part, you guys. It's fucked up. It's probably in this advertisement. You got any money? We'll buy this thing. The code will come in the mail.
No.
Oh no, the second word. Uppity boppity. How weird. It went from whatever. Booger. Booger or bugger?
Bugger. Okay, let me go inside for a second.
Okay. Stole down the
I mean,
river.
I'm
People
still on
say you
voice,
stole me
but
down the river. Okay. When they've been
sail me
screwed
down the river like
over.
yep.
Mm-hmm. So when you say you sold me down the river, you're saying you're treating me like a misbehaving
Somebody's doing you a
slave.
don't.
Damn, that's fucked. Okay, that's it. Those are the racist. That's not it. Those are just the racist ones. See amount of
Oh, I was
horse
like,
we've
wow, that was fast.
No. Let's see. Nitty gritty. Now, Cake taught me about this one, so I looked into it. Same with brass tacks. See if we can get them to load. The meaning and origin of nitty gritty. This phrase finder is having an issue, I guess. Maybe I need to. Oh hell, maybe I'm supposed to click one of these. Origin of phrases. Ugh, not that. Welcome
I'm
back to
here.
the show.
Stupid. It's my internet connection is really bad out here because I'm in like the country, so it
The
might keep
nitty
doing that.
gritty is supposedly a reference to like slave trade and like what's left behind. Like basically I don't know. Neither of these two are loading and they both are supposed to have the same meaning. So maybe we'll try to get back to those. We did spill the beans. Cost an arm and a leg. I feel like we know what that means. Do you know where it comes from?
I don't know where it comes from, but cost an arm and a leg means it's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Paying an arm and leg is one of those idioms used in informal conversations. It paints picture or comparison of what is literally implied by the phrase. When paying an arm and a leg for something, it's considered to be overpriced. Where did it come from? Something is considered blah blah blah. Origin can be applied to. There are many theories of where this came from. This popular idiom is believed to have originated in America around World War II. Was apparently used in reference to all of the soldiers coming back with amputated limbs. The news was brimming with reports of soldiers who had lost an arm and a leg while fighting to make the world safe. Prior to this period, there are records of two phrases from which the idiom may have been developed. The first one is, I'll give my right arm, meaning that I would be ready to give up something as beloved as my arm in exchange for something I really want. And the second is, if it takes a leg, meaning that I would go to the lengths of giving up a leg in exchange for what I want. Both of these idioms were commonly used in the 19th century. Okay, so it means what we thought it means. Got it. Try not to do boring ones, but some of them is boring. White elephant. Oh, this fucking website wants to be whole.
White elephant. That's what like go to a Christmas party and you have a white elephant gift means like not.
Oh my
It's like
length,
a
I just didn't
funny.
scroll enough. Okay, let's keep going. Well, the meaning of a white elephant. Originally, white elephants are simply that elephants that were white. Later, the expression came to mean a burdensome possession, one that is more trouble than it is worth. More recently, the term has been used to describe any doomed enterprise of which large sums of money are spent and which is then abandoned. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
White
either.
Yeah, what the crap? I guess if somebody gave you an elephant, that would suck. That's a big problem.
You're like, no thanks.
And then maybe that's where the other phrase came from. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
We can make that up right now. 'Cause it's not on the list. We'll never be proven wrong today. That's how the internet works.
Today,
If we're right
devil.
today, we're right forever.
Forever.
Forever? Cold feet. Cold
Don't get
feet.
cold feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're getting married and you don't want to.
Mm-hmm. People who commit to something and then back out are referred to as getting cold feet, although it can refer to any commitment where there is timidity or fearfulness causing backtracking. There are several theories regarding the origin of cold feet as a phrase, but the most likely theory, in my opinion, is that it arose from the idea of having no money for shoes, making your feet cold. Confused? Let me explain. There's an old Italian saying dating back all the way to 1605, text of Ben Jonson's play something, Volpone, something. And the saying is to have a cold on one's feet, which is in the context of this play meant to have no money. The link between cold feet and having no money is that people were sometimes so poor that they couldn't afford shoes. Alternatively, they were broke and only had broken shoes, which didn't keep their feet very well insulated from the cold. Oh, that's where broke came from?
Huh.
I didn't know that. So cold
Weird.
feet, if you get cold feet, that means you're unsure about something. What the hell does that have to do with the weather?
I don't know what it has to do with the weather, but I have heard though, like you got cold. I like in regards to somebody getting married. That's what I've always heard it like in connection with.
Let's see. It says, what has lack of money got to do with commitments? A German novel gives us a clue. In 1862, a novel describes gambling card players who got cold feet when they ran out of money and backed out of the game. Oh, it is probably because they put their shoes and everything on the table, their belt and everything. It is
Yeah.
thought by some etymologists that it is this association of poverty-stricken people withdrawing from monetary commitments, such as in gambling, which led to the birth of the phrase "cold feet," in which we use today for backing out of any commitment, not just monetary ones. Oh, that's awesome. He got cold feet. That's a really dope one, actually.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one so far, cold feet.
Do you like that one?
I think. Do you know what Saved by the Bell comes from?
The show. Duh.
Yep. What about From the Bottom of My Heart?
Um, I don't know, but I always thought it meant like it's very sincere. Like I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm
Mm-hmm. I don't know what these ones mean. I just got pictures of them. When in France, they say when chickens have teeth, and we say when pigs fly, but they say when chickens have teeth.
chickens have teeth. Why? Where did that come from?
I just got a
That I
picture
need
of
to
the
know.
girl. We'll have to figure that one out in the next show. Stay tuned. I found out afterward that I could have linked these pictures. So where I wrote Geez Louise here, I could have made this picture be linkable and put another thing here. I failed a little bit, but I'm just learning this program. But um there's a couple things going on this page actually. We're almost finished, but how long have we been going?
Like 5 minutes.
37 minutes, perfect. So that should be just long enough. They're only bite the bullet. Do you know where that came from?
Well, I don't know where it came from. I think it means like just do it. Like just
Mm-hmm.
get off your ass and
Bite.
do it.
Mm-hmm. It's a metaphor in which is used to describe a situation, often a debate, where one accepts an inevitable impending hardship or hard to refute point, and then endures the resulting pain with fortitude. It's first recorded by Rudyard Kipling in 1891. It has been suggested that it derived historically from the practice of having a patient clench a bullet in their teeth as a way to cope with the pain of surgical procedures without anesthetic. Anesthetic. Sounded the same, but those are different words I said. Did you know that? Do you do that now in the ambulance? Do you just find bullets and try to get them to bite them?
Definitely not. That's a no from me, dog.
Do you use the leather strap technique that we use in California?
No.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure.
Can you imagine? I'm like, yeah, I have all this pain medicine, but if you could just bite down right here, that'd be fine.
Do you have insurance? No, get the bullets. They're like, no, 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 shoot me. You're like, no, 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 no. You just don't get pain meds. Bite this. Okay, that's cool. Came from wherever. What about Geez Louise?
I don't know where that came. Geez Louise, I always think of like, ugh, God, just like
Did
almost like whatever.
do you ever think of G's being short for Jesus?
No.
Me either, but it is.
Really?
Well, this one might not say it, but I read somewhere else it was. Let me see.
You just made it up.
The term Geez Louise is a minced oath that likely originated in the late 1920s with or early 30s. Geez is a modified slang for Jesus. Look right there in the internet. That means I'm right. Which was
Internet.
probably used to avoid blasphemy, while Louise was probably added due to rhyming effect it gave the saying. Although the exact origin of the phrase is unclear, it became more popular over the 20th century and when further popularized in 91 film Thelma and Louise, in which Thelma addressed Louise using the phrase, Jeez Louise. Can you believe G's means Jesus? Chat, did you know that?
Mm, that's
That's bizarre
wild.
to me. Good evening, Daniel.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess it could be, so they would rather have cold feet than to commit. No, 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 no. They ran out of money, Vicky. They had nothing, not even their shoes to put on the table, so they had to back out of a sheer defeat and with their cold ass feet. They had no, they gotta know and hold 'em. Know and
No
fold
one
'em.
to fold 'em.
Know and walk away. Yep. Before you have your shoes gone, preferably. So, geez, when someone says, geez, Louise, say this. Don't use the Lord's name in vain. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is probably what they're gonna be like. They're gonna actually think about it over and over. Does geez mean Jesus? Jesus? Have I been blaspheming the Father?
And you can say, yep.
Yeah. Google it is what you say. You say, there's this proprietary thing I'll let you use once. And then you tell them about
Just one
Bing.com.
time.
Do you know what the H in Jesus' name stands for?
Hova? That's a J.
No, Hova's a fucking great guess. Jehovah. Jehovah. Everybody knows his name is Jehovah
The
Christ.
H or the B.
I asked mom and she's like, holy. Like, she didn't even think about it. But I asked
Recent, my
Vicky,
last
Vicky,
name
tell
is
me what you
also.
think Jesus H. Christ's other middle name is. She seems,
What does it stand for? Oh, no. Wait, are you there? Okay, well, what does
yeah,
the H stand for? Because I
we don't,
missed it.
when yelling what's happening here? Continue. Sorry, hold on. Something's happening. We're loading up. We're going to beam to the moon. Never mind. I don't have to do that part. When yelling Jesus H. Christ isn't enough. What the fuck? Go away. When Jesus Christ isn't enough, mix in the extra H for his full name. But what does the H even stand for? Well, first of all, the H isn't a middle initial because Jesus Christ is not a first and last name pair. Huh. Don't we feel stupid? Jesus only has one name, and that's Jesus. Wait a minute, isn't it Emmanuel? Christ isn't his surname, but rather his epithet or descriptive title. Okay, about that H. The Chai Rom. That doesn't, there's no M there. The Cairo. Does that say Cairo?
Might as well.
Monogram is often used to represent Jesus Christ's name. It consists of the first two letters of the Greek word meaning Christ. I don't know. There's also a second, lesser known monogram used to represent Jesus, the IHC monogram. It consists of the first three letters of a Greek word, which is the Greek spelling of the name Jesus. Oh, let me see if I can scroll out. That's better. So there it is, Jesus H. Christ. In early 19th century, Americans looked at the second monogram and misinterpreted it. Oh, they mistook the Greek letters IHC for Latin letters JHC. And now he has a middle name.
They
Well,
just made
whatever.
it up. You
He
just
doesn't have
change
a
it.
last name either. Yeah, you can. You can be whatever you want. Jesus, Holy Christ. Beautiful. Or Vicky, are you here? Henry. Vicky said in the 40s it was Jesus H. Roosevelt Christ.
H. Roosevelt Christ? Why Roosevelt?
They were closer to God then. They knew his other name.
They got the inside scoop. Nobody told us.
Daniel said, wait, so Christ wasn't his last name? It's Mr. Christ. It is. It is, I think. Okay, what else? Do you know that the founding fathers haven't always been the founding fathers?
No.
Yeah, they made that part up later, but it started off being, let me tell you what this, why did this redirect to the ass blowing? I did not.
You put that on there a couple of times, huh?
Okay, my bad. Founding fathers. They're the framers. That's what they were called. The framers. That's what they
The
are called if you
framers?
see it anywhere. Yeah, because they framed our Constitution. They weren't like fathers. Like one dude built a bathroom, one dude built the fucking plumbing, one dude did the landscape, one dude did the floors, and none of them were like good at the other person's shit. They just knew what they knew and they stuck with it to make some dope shit. They were not old fathers like getting together and having tea. They were fucking young men getting together and building something that would last. And when they say they don't make them like they used to, that's what they fucking mean. In my opinion. Yeah, I know.
I like that. That makes sense to me.
And for some reason, it just got to link us to the ass smoke. I didn't mean
And
to
we're back
disrespect them
to it.
like that. Actually, hold on. Let me show you the picture that the AI helped me make with this. It's really cute. Just 1 second. It won't take me long, I don't think. Idioms, pictures. Somewhere. Oh, here it is. Look at they're making a house. This guy, I don't know why he has this. I don't. Sometimes you just have to really figure out what AI's got up their sleeve. That is a leg.
It's a
Anyways,
pig leg. I
I liked
knew it.
this picture when I saw it. Back to the idioms. Oh, we're already here. This is the one I already did. Back to the other idioms. Share this. Yes. Long time no see. I don't have to click on this one because we already know that is a derogatory way to talk to people who don't speak right, even though it's our way of talking.
Yeah.
Bite the bullet. Jesus H. Christ. Founding Fathers. Bee's knees. Now, this one is really good. This one supposedly comes from the be all and end all, where you think you're the shit. And then they change it to the bees and knees. And then from there it went to the bee's knees. The bee's knees
She's
apparently
the
came
bee's
in.
knees.
So it started off as being like, you think you're the shit. And now it's like, you're the shit. But I feel like it's going to be like, bless your heart.
Bless your heart. That's definitely negative.
According to the Guardian, some believe that the bee's knees, I skipped the top paragraph because it doesn't agree with me. The bee's knees derived from a shortening of the be all and end all of everything, which was shortened to bees and knees, and thus to bee's knees, while another can't believe it derives from it's the business, which is also good. The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
The business. The business. Okay, First Lady. This is interesting. So I had this on here because the first thing I read was that the First Lady used to be called the Presidentress. Isn't that
Oh,
cool?
I like that. The
Me
Presidentress.
too. Me too, but then I couldn't
I'd want
find
to
it.
be called that.
Exactly. But I couldn't find it anywhere. So the first thing I heard was the First Lady was now going to be called the President. No, the Presidentress was now going to be called the First Lady because at some lady's funeral, a First Lady, a Presidentress's funeral, the Presidentress of the time called her the First Lady. Well, that was hard to say. And so that's where we started getting it from. And when I asked AI to create this image of an old lady at a funeral surrounded by flags, it told me it was against its policy and then made the image for me
What?
anyway. I know. I'm
They're
like,
like,
what
we're
the
not allowed to
fuck?
do this, but here it is.
I'm like, you need to get with your illustrator because here comes the image. There were a few things it told me it couldn't make. Like, I asked it to make Jesus H. Christ. Hold on. I should have been showing these because these are funny. I asked it to make Jesus H. Christ. And then I was like, show Jesus, but like make him Superman and make the S and H and whatever. And they were like, we won't do that. It was like I asked it to make Muhammad. I'm like, okay, dude, how about make a tan bearded dude with the H on his chest? They made this. I'm like, this is fucking worse than I would have made Jesus AI for the Rega, but here you go. Should have done what I asked. But now this is our new Jesus. It's a lot.
I mean, that's a statement.
Yeah. That's the Jesus I believe in. He died
I
for
would
me,
take
y'all.
that, Jesus.
He died for me. I'm about to sin again. No, I'm not. I'd sinned again in my mind, and I know Jesus knows. Son of a bitch. Why you made me like this, Jesus? Oh, Jesus. Oh, just no. I'm just kidding. Okay, fuck. I'm going to hell for that. Do you know what redo the
I'd
riot
tap
act
that.
means?
Read you the right act like you're getting in trouble, like you're definitely getting yelled
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, and it comes from reading the riot act back in the day. I thought I had it here. I guess I don't. Back in the day, let me get back to the PDF. It's somewhere. I might have lost it. Hold on a second. I might have done lost it. Well, that's the same one. I did lose it, but I'm gonna find it in any second. Here we go. Can you see this? Mind map?
Yes, I can see the mind map.
Okay. Which one were we talking about? Put a
Read you the
saga.
riot act.
Oh, it's not on this one. It must be on this one. Read you the riot act. Yeah. See this guy reading the riot act? Check it out. That's the riot act. If any person to the
It's a
number of
real thing.
12 or more unlawfully, yeah, they had to read this to you. It was like from another country back in the 17th. Look, the riot act of 1714. They had to read
Oh
this
damn.
before you could like get in trouble basically for like curfew or whatever rioting you were up to. The sovereign
So
lord,
it's
the
like
king, chargeth and commandeth all persons being assembled immediate. Whoa, oh my lance, I'm not this old. Damn. Um, depart to their habitations or to their lawful businesses upon blah 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 blah. So this is the riot act. So they like literally got read this.
it's like they had to read it before you could get in trouble. So it's almost like our
Miranda.
Miranda, that's the word I couldn't think of.
Yeah, I do concur. I think that's neat that it comes from something like this, and it's weird that we say
Hmm.
shit we don't know, but I do think it's cool. So really, was that the last one from this page? Probably. Oh wait,
It
Cloud
is
Nine.
weird that we say stuff we don't know and just
Mm-hmm.
assume.
Like kick the bucket,
Yeah.
bro. You're like my grandpa kicked the bucket. You're like, who hung your grandpa? Don't say that about your grandfather. Okay, when you're feeling extremely happy or blissful, you
Today's
might
the
be
one
on
year
cloud
anniversary
nine.
of my grandfather's death.
Today,
Today,
that means that Kobe Bryant, didn't he die today?
different grandpa.
Oh, so January? Different grandpa. That's today?
Grandpa White, yep.
Damn, why you talk to me like that?
I keep
Okay.
forgetting about the internet.
The
I don't know
saying
how the
of
internet.
being on cloud nine is from the 1800s. It was the during this time that the scientists and seafarers, including amateur meteorologists like Luke Howard. Oh wait, I'm sorry to hear about your grandfather. I meant to say.
Thanks.
I am. You're welcome. To make okay, to make recording cloud observations easier, Howard and others assigned the number 0 to 9 to clouds. Each of these 10 cloud groups according to their code abbreviations. This is how we got cloud 9. It was from this that the expression cloud 9 was likely born. If you're on cloud 9, you'll be extremely high up, which one describes the sensation you may feel when you're overjoyed. What?
Wow, that's actually interesting. I like that.
Yeah, now we're not just happy, we're also scientists. Put that shit on my LinkedIn.
Make it a
What? I thought it
LinkedIn
was
just to
just a
put it
doctor
on
and a
there.
lawyer. Turns out I'm also a cloud scientist. Okay. How about tea time? I want to know if you know about this one. If somebody tells you it's tea time, what does that mean? Time for tea.
It means you have to try, gotta go drink tea.
Mm-hmm. You know, tea time means it's like time to eat. Let's find out if that's
That
true.
don't sound right.
Is
I don't believe
afternoon
that.
tea considered a meal? Tea has long been a part of England's history. Tea was first introduced to England in the 15th century. Afternoon tea can be considered a meal depending on the level of tea you are having.
There's a
Does that sound?
level of tea.
Listen, high tea is considered a meal, and it was meant to be since the tradition first began. The other level, if you will find in Britain, is called cream tea. In the US, the tradition is referred to as afternoon tea. Cream tea? Get the
I
fuck
don't
out of here.
like
I'm so
that.
glad we left all their dumb shit over there. Started over with the
Yeah.
words and everything. Going to afternoon tea sounds pretty simple, but the tradition itself is actually quite complex. Teas are served as a variety at a variety of times. So yeah, afternoon tea is a buffer between lunch and dinner. It's a snack, but high tea is a meal. It sounds like. Tell me, is there anybody in chat? Where is Madcore knows this? Tea is when you eat. When they say it's time for tea, they're not going to brew tea.
You're not
And did you
drinking?
know
Oh,
in some places in the UK, if they say, "Do you want to brew?" What do you think they mean?
you want to brew? You want to make tea? Like you want to sit down and talk?
You are just guessing that because I said England. Brew means beer in
Yeah.
America.
But what
Earl
does it
Grey.
mean?
It
Oh,
means, what was the question? I got distracted by Earl Grey. I was gonna make fun of Nova. But anyways, you're probably right. Whatever it was. Do you know what rule of thumb
you want to
means?
brew.
Oh, brew.
Rule
Yeah.
of, rule of thumb means I can use it like a rule of thumb, like it's something that you go by. It's like a standard measure.
Yeah, that's right. Let's read it. Rule of thumb, origin and meaning. And it's not wife beating. Did you hear about the one where the width of your thumb determined the width of the stick you could beat your wife with?
No,
They taught us that in
I never was taught.
Goodwill
For sure,
Hunting
was
or
never
something.
taught.
Oh, a movie taught us. Movies are always right, right, Nova?
Oh,
Beat the wife. Yeah, no, that's not right. Let's listen or let's read. You have to listen. If you're from any Western country, you've likely heard the term rule of thumb. Essentially, the idiom refers to estimating a measurable quantity according to a rough and pragmatic rule, not based on exact measurements or scientific evidence. It's often incorrect, stated the rule of thumb expression dates back to a time in history when a man was allowed by law to beat his wife with a stick no thicker than his thumb. As far as can be determined, the expression dates back to the 1600s when, during a construction project, accurate measurement tools were not as readily available as handy body part you would use. Yeah, generally this portion of your thumb your is an inch, right? Boondock Saints and Jinx on both
it's
nerds.
8 inches according to my ex-husband.
In this case, the thumb was used as a rule of measure. Oh, burn. That's why he's the ex-husband. He went 2 minutes and he
Mhm.
was a liar. Looking at a male adult's thumb from the top, it measures about an inch across, just below the fingernail. What? Get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to measure it this way? Oh my Lanta. I thought you measured it this way. Does that guy need us?
No,
Tell him I'm ready for the Heimlich whenever they need me. I got my cape.
I was gonna say I didn't bring. I couldn't. I went to the dollar store today to try to find a cape. I couldn't find one.
Do you know what Bob's your uncle means?
No, but I've heard it in like, oh, you're an asshole. Bob's your uncle. But I don't know if that's right.
The fuck that sounds like the stupidest shit to say. I'm so glad that we didn't pick Bob's your uncle up, but let's see what it means. I might like it. What does Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt? Oh, this is British slang. Do you know what a fanny is? Okay, that's on
It's
this
your butt.
chart. We'll get back to that. Things don't seem easy these days, whether you're setting up an online bank account, who cares? Who cares? Imagine if it's the summer of 2019, the summer of love, and you go to the beach and hop in your car and you drive 20 minutes and Bob's your uncle, you're there. Oh, this is how to use it in a sentence. Okay, no. I'm not talking about your literal uncle at the beach. Bob's your uncle is a phrase commonly used in United Kingdom and Commonwealth countries that means, and there it is, or and there you have it. Bob's your uncle? However, a recent article from the New York Magazine asked 10 different Brits what the expression meant and got 10 different answers, ranging from anything's possible to there you are. Bob's your uncle, anything's possible. I feel like that's the same thing as there you are. And that's how we got here. It's like magic. Voila.
Voila,
Sim-
here we go.
yeah, simply translated, we could say that this phrase means that the activity you have done or want to do is simple and do is simply and easy. This is typically, someone says it is concluding a sense of simple instructions or when a result is reached. The meaning is similar to the French expression voila. What?
Voila.
Well, Bob's your uncle. That was easy.
I'm gonna start saying that all the time now.
Oh, good luck. It's
Bob's
hard to
your
remember the
uncle.
good one. Now, let's get back to the fanny thing.
All right.
Okay, so in America, your fanny is what again?
Your butt.
Mm-hmm. In the UK, your fanny is your front butt.
Your vagine.
Vagine. Yeah, that's true.
But why is the vagine called a fanny? Why?
I do not know. I can't understand it. It's your butt, and they call it the front butt. That is way different. So we have fanny
Oh
packs.
my
They're
goodness.
like, what? We're not going to buy one of them. messed up. Okay, so I asked mom yesterday. I was like, "You know what your fanny is?" And she didn't either. And I was trying to tell her, and one of the kids comes in, and I asked them, I was like, "Do you know what your fanny is?" And she like points to her stomach right here. I was like a fanny pack, right? And she goes, "Yeah." And she sits there, she goes, "'Cause I heard of fanny flutters." I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no. First of all, that's a fart. Don't ever go to the UK with that nonsense. Please don't say that again."
These
Oh my
kids.
God. I never farted, but if I did, I sure the hell would fanny flutter.
Fanny flutters. That's great.
Yeah, but unless you think your fanny's your vagine, you don't want to tell people you're doing that. I'll be right back. I got a fanny flutter. They're
Oh
like, what
dear.
the fuck?
Never
It's
getting
better
invited
than
anywhere again.
bean counting, probably.
Well,
Wait,
probably for sure.
do you know they call the toilet the loo? They
I
say,
did
I'm
know
gonna
that, and
go
I
to
don't
the
under.
loo. Yeah,
Yeah,
we say we're gonna go to the bathroom because we're not vulgar. We're like,
or the
you can guess
John.
what I'm doing.
He's on the John.
Why do we call it that?
I don't know. Well, we do.
Maybe John made the toilet. Let's find out who created a toilet. If his name is Lou, I'm gonna laugh my shit off. Who invented the toilet? What? His last what? Thomas Crapper? His last
That's
name is
an
Crapper. He
unfortunate
created
name.
the Crapper.
That's not real.
Are you sure?
Okay. I mean, I guess it's been
Sir John Harrington, that's the John. That's where you get the John from, maybe. And left Thomas Crapper were
okay.
both essential in standardizing the flushing toilet. Vicky said, ah, that's my ex-husband's name. Yeah. My ex's birthday is on November 19th, and that's National Toilet Day, so they're basically brothers.
They
The
basically know each other.
So when you call it the John, it's because of this fucking guy. He looks kind of like a toilet seat. Why
Can
he
you
has a
imagine
toilet
your
seat
claim
for
to
a
fame
necklace.
is
Damn, he's putting my choker to shame. Look at that shit. Mine is all nothing, and his is like, fuck with me. Why in the world was he wearing that? And he just wore it every day.
he just loved it
And he did his hair like that every single day.
on purpose?
No, this does look like a man who's done shitting outside. Just done.
He's like, nope, no more. I decline.
When we see Nova next, he's gonna look like this. He's gonna have this weird little beard and some pointy hairs on his chin. Oh, I'm done shitting outside. Oh, I've made a crapper. A John, if you will. Okay, let's get out of here. What have I done? I don't know how to get back to where I was. I done lost the plot again. Hold on a second. I gotta close some of these and it'll just be a moment.
Can you imagine though? You're like, what's your family history, your family's like claim to fame? Like, oh, my uncle really hated shitting outside, so we created the indoor toilet.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's how you follow that up. Shoot, am I not sharing anymore? Present, share screen. My bad, Ski. We'll get there. We did rule of thumb. So that UK stuff is pretty funny. I still have the lesser known differences. Okay, hold on. Let me get to that. We say I'm going to go to the bathroom. They say I'm going to go
Hmm.
to the loo. They're literally telling us they're going to go poop or pee.
Yeah, but they're being polite.
Is that polite? We're just saying we're going to be in that mystery room over there, probably just looking in the mirror. Don't worry about if I'm panty fluttering.
Tiffany fluttering is the best thing I've heard all day.
No, Bob's your uncle is.
Oh yeah, I do like Bob's
It's
your
going to get
uncle.
weird on the radio tonight. Quite. Before an adjective, American quite means very, while British quite means somewhat. So if the American tourist is quite tired, direct him to his bed. But if a Brit tells you a restaurant is quite good, you'd be wise to keep looking for something better.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good to know. Why would they do that? Why would they say that? It's quite good. It's
you had to
quite
ask
good
him
would
like,
make us want to go,
yeah. So
right?
we have to be like, oh, it was good. Where are you from? We need to know where you're from before we know whether like to take your advice on this restaurant or not.
To listen to this. Moot. A British moot point is open to discussion. What? But in America, the discussion has been declared pointless. A moot, so moot court is also like useless. So a moot just, how weird.
Interesting.
UK Parliament puts legislation on the table for discussion, but US Congress tables the legislation. That's the same thing, it feels. They don't want to discuss and put, oh, they table legislation they don't want to discuss and put matters on the floor that they want to discuss. Oh, I should have kept reading. A British speaker's nervy athlete would be a bundle of nerves, but an American's got a lot of nerve. Huh?
Hmm.
And why homely means comfortable in a home-like way in Britain and much of the Commonwealth. In America, it describes an ugly person. Yeah.
Poor
You don't want to
fella.
be homely in America, but
No, for sure not.
Americans say please, just not always where the British expect to hear it. The British say please when ordering food in restaurants, okay, or requesting things in shops because they view the action as a personal request to the waiter. Americans regard ordering as providing the waiter with the information he needs to do his job, so I'll have chicken. Yeah, as language blogger Ben Smith has noted, please can add connotations of impatience and exasperation to an American request. Huh.
I can see that.
Yeah, totally. Pants. Americans don't use the word trousers much, but when they do, it only applies to menswear. Yeah. Instead,
That's right,
Americans
because
wear
men wear trousers.
Americans wear pants on their lower half. While the garments inevitably get damaged on the travels, their wearers sometimes make public proclamations about the stains on their pants. Even more inevitably, they are regarded with horror or laughed at since Brits' pants usually refers to underpants. That was kind of funny. Bag. Turn your volume down so you don't get canceled at work. The British do a lot with the words fag and faggot, which can be a shock to people
Oh,
who only know them as derogatory words to refer to gay men. Fag is British slang for a cigarette. So smokers pop out for a fag and they might try to bum a fag off you. But fag can also be a bother. Going out to buy more cigarettes in the rain can be a bit of a fag. Faggots, meanwhile, are found on menus. They are a kind of meatball made of usually pork, organ meats, gross, served with gravy and potatoes. Not bad. Since no one ever seems to order any, it's possible they stay on menus just to shock American tourists.
they're
Ooh,
just trying to bother
gross.
people out here.
Nobody wants that. It's too close to the word maggots. I don't think I would eat faggots.
For sure not.
It has organ meats. What the
Yeah,
fuck is
gross.
that?
Like your liver, your kidneys, that's organ meat.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Not me.
Not me either.
That sounds
I
good
decline.
enough. Yeah, we're out. Thank you, but no. Okay, check this out. Nappy. What does nappy mean to you?
A diaper.
Yeah. No, we don't call them that here. Nappy is hair.
Oh, I think that's racist.
Hey, first, good to see you. Fancy a fag? They would totally eat a juicy faggot. I don't know. I would want vegetarian faggots because I don't want any of the organ meat. I don't want the meats. What'd you say about nappy?
Oh, it means diaper.
It means not here. We don't say nappy for diaper. You say nappy for diaper?
No, but I know that's what it means. If I hear somebody say it, that's the first thing I think of.
If I say I'm gonna go have a nappy,
Well, nobody's had a nappy. Like
I
if I
take
hear somebody say
nappies.
nappy, I mean, are they five? They might.
Oh, when it comes to the world of babies and toddlers, there are a lot of terms that can be confusing for new parents. One of the most common questions is whether to use the word nappy or diaper. I've never had this thought. While both terms refer to the same thing, there are some differences in language. No. Nappy is referring to hair or sleeping, not where your child shits. UK, Australia, and New Zealand all say nappy, and UK and Canada say diaper. You guys, Canada's getting it right. That's embarrassing. Australia.
Get it together.
Yeah, get it together. Nobody, a nappy? Ugh, sounds like it stinks already before you ever used it.
Before you even know about
You
it.
know what Australia also does? I gotta show you a picture. It calls everything a burger. If it's between a hamburger bun, it's a burger.
Really?
Oh no, I don't have the picture. I had the AI make me 4 burgers. Or 4 different meats inside burgers. It was the most cursed image. I don't have it here though. It was funny. Yeah, they call burgers. Let's see, maybe it'll show up. Oh,
I don't like
it
that. That's
did. Look,
confusing.
it took me straight to the AI pictures.
Okay, those are not.
These are
It's a chicken
burgers. Look at
sandwich,
that.
a fish sandwich.
Exactly, right? These are sandwiches, no matter that they're in a bun. They're not just burgers because you put them in there. Look at this. What is this?
It's a
Mad
cow
cat.
fish burger.
It's cowfish burger. I wouldn't eat that one. Definitely wouldn't eat this one.
No,
Chicken has a damn chicken coming out its ass.
that's none of those are
This is
safe. Don't eat any of
cowfish.
those.
I don't know
Nope.
what this is, but it seems probably like the best thing on this page.
Yeah,
Halibut.
no.
That's gotta be halibut.
I love their little eyes. Have you ever Googled an image of they put teeth on sharks?
No, should I?
Do it. It's so
Okay.
funny.
Teeth have a sharks have a lot of teeth.
But like regular teeth.
Okay, okay, I'm Googling it up.
Come on.
Oh, those are his regular teeth. Oh, wait. Oh, there's only one? Wow, I found the one. Boring,
Or like
boring, boring.
smiling sharks. I forget what it was.
Ugh. Did you know that a hippo could eat you?
No, I'm
Yeah,
glad
watch
to know
this.
that though.
Hippo, I'll show you. They'll crush you with their giant teeth. Look at this.
Dude, and
It'll
hippos can run so fast.
I feel like I could run faster than a hippo. I did look it up earlier today. They run 19 miles an hour in short spurts. So if you're far enough away and you get a head start, a running head start,
Yeah.
and the hippo doesn't notice you for about half a mile, you got it.
That's a lot of things that have to go in your favor.
I think I
Basically,
could
you're
do it.
dying.
I don't want to get crushed by these 2 teeth and that. There's no, like, this is an embarrassing thing to kill you. And they kill 500 people a year with these fucking tiny ears. This guy's an
500
asshole.
people a year?
It's the third biggest land mammal or some shit behind like an elephant and something else really big. A rhino, right?
Dang.
I'm not afraid of them, but I'm supposed to be.
I'm afraid of them.
What is scaring you? That they'll eat you alive?
Look how
That
big they are and they're fast.
they have no blubber. They're not fast. 19 miles an hour isn't. I feel like I need to get a radar gun because I could probably do that.
For sure not. You
No, I
can't.
really do think I can. Call the police.
Call the police
911.
out your house
What's your
right now.
emergency? Science. Get over here. Someone's
We have a
speeding in the living
question.
room. Get the LiDAR gun. You can't be afraid of this. It's half of a, I don't know, dog. This is like a dog nose. It's gross. I'm sorry I went here. Let's go back to this. Nappy. What's this? UK versus US. Oh, we already did this. Hell yeah. I might be done, yo. Let's keep going. Kick the bucket. We didn't really do that, but we already know what it
We
means.
did. Yep.
Oh, this phrase binder
Here.
site. Oh, wait, that's right. We have to keep going and then we find the words. Yeah. Oh, okay. There are two suggestions for kick the bucket. That this thing right here, this like wooden thing that they um murder animals on if you're not a vegetarian or vegan. It's called a bucket. So they said it could be that they kick this bucket, or it could be the bucket that they kick out from you when you get to the
Oh,
lynching.
the hanging.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Either way, you don't ever really want to say your friends kicked the bucket because they probably didn't die a nice way.
Yeah, that's a bad day. They've had a bad day.
Yep. But if you ask the AI, kicking the bucket looks a lot more like this. Modern day kick the bucket.
Looks like a regular old hoedown.
You know why they don't have hoedown? You know why they don't listen to country music in the... Okay, this is just racism. Never mind. Something about your sis. They think their sister been shot. Okay, come on. Get to the next one. What else is
Right?
there? Share this tab instead. Burgers. Oh, wait, put a sock in it.
Oh, it means shut up.
Mm-hmm. It says, I've heard a rumor, meaning, oh wait, question, answer. I can't give a copper, I can't give a copper bottom guaranteed answer, but there's enough evidence to give an excellent pointer to the real source. The story about the gramophone. So they said that they thought that the sock was supposed to be stuck in a gramophone to quiet it because there's no volume control. And they
That
said,
makes sense.
the gramophone has been so widely reproduced that it is unsurprising that people accept it. It's a plausible tale that instantly produces a delightful comic image of some grumpy parent stuffing hosiery into the horn to muffle the kids' noisy records. Pre-electric gramophones lack the volume controls, and I'm told they could be loud enough that finding some way to minimize the sound was desirable, but the evidence suggests the story came into being as a well-meaning but misconceived attempt to explain the origin of an existing saying. The first example of it appeared in 1919, virtually simultaneously in the UK and Australia, rather late for it to be connected to gramophones, which had been around for some time. The expression put a sock in it, meaning leave off talking, ringing, or shouting. The need to define the expression suggests it was then new in the UK. Two further earlier appearances point to its true source. The first is from an Australian newspaper article that humorously conflates many items of wartime service slang. There was only time for a Dixie of gunfire and a hurried dig in the grave, no chance of Posey and Rudy and the Cain and Abel today. It has begun to rain, and some chaps called out, "Send it down, David," but others shouted, "Put a sock in it." And after a lot of grousing, we started off. Well, there you go.
That's a lot.
It still could have,
There's a
who
lot
knows
on
where
there.
it came from. It just meant to like, it's probably from Bite the Bullet. When you were having
Oh,
surgery
probably.
and you were out of bullets, but you had insurance, you got a sock to quiet the noise. And everybody knows that. It's so easy. Kick the bucket, tea time, rule of thumb. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to talk about is what do you think the sayings in 300 years from now are going to be? I picked some. They're going to like say, I picked spill the tea, go postal, stan, bald face lie, and FOMO.
Oh, FOMO for sure.
For sure, FOMO, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Full show. Full shizzle.
No, I don't. Say it again. Yahoo.
Not gonna do it.
Nizzle is not a bad word. Nizzle is never going to be a bad word. Spill the tea. Yeah, go postal. Because go postal is kind of one of those, I've said this before, but it's like me too, where you wouldn't think anything of it. Let's hear what happens. Oh my God. Okay. My next
But
Thursday,
why do we say go postal?
dude, I'm going to ruin my next video, but that's okay. No one watches my actual standalone videos, so you don't have to now. Um, so let me click back on that. It's just fucking crazy what happened here. It seems to be common knowledge that if you have a coworker who appears they might take out a 9mm handgun and play target practice with all the panicking office help, you would say he's about to go postal. Let me tell you where it comes from, though. The first known publication of the term going postal was in St. Petersburg. The symposium was sponsored by the Postal Service, blah, blah, blah. Later that month, December 21st, in LA, published an article, the Year in Review, which stated, no, that's not it. The stereotype was undoubtedly due, here we go, to several incidences involving postal workers from 86 to 93. On August 20th, 1986, postman Patrick Sherrill walked into his workplace, shot and killed 14 coworkers, and injured 6 more
Holy
before shooting
shit.
himself in the head. 14, right? As soon as I read that, I was like,
That's a
I
lot.
don't even know this name. That's a fucking lot. So I want to do a going postal video. I already have the thumbnail made. As soon as I read this, I went and made the thumbnail. I don't know why I'm obsessed. On
What
October
the
10,
hell?
listen, there's more though. On October 10, 1991, a former U.S. postal worker, Joseph Harris, killed 2 employees at a post office in Ridgewood, New Jersey. On November 14th, same year, after being fired, Thomas McSomebody killed 4 people and then himself at the Royal Oak, Michigan post office in a terrible coincidence on May 6, 1999. 1993, actually. 2 separate shootings took place. The first one was at a post office in Dearborn, Michigan, where Lawrence killed 1 person and wounded 3 before killing himself. Within a few hours of that, in Dana Point, California, Mark Hildebun killed his mother and then shot 2 postal workers.
What the?
That's a lot of
Why?
death.
It is a lot.
I
What's
don't know.
happening?
Well, that happened. It's, when people say, "Oh, it's getting worse," it's like, is it, or is it getting televised?
It's getting televised.
He said, "Of course it happened in Michigan." Well, one of them. Of course, one of them. No, 2. Royal Oak, and then this one, right? Dearborn. Of course, every single time with the Michigan.
Those
Yeah, but don't you
Michigonians
think
need to
like
get it together.
maybe one day going postal is going to mean something totally different. They're going to look it up and be like, holy shit, that means to kill everyone, not just like go take your mail in, because like email will be a thing. They'll know they won't have real mail. They'll think going postal meant just to like go to the post office or like have snail
Oh,
mail.
probably, yeah.
They're going to look it up and be like, 14 people got murdered. Oh my God, the times were bad then. No, we're so glad I don't know how we're going to fix that. But do you know what stan means?
Stan? Like I
Yeah.
stand for you?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a fan, like you
Yeah.
from
It's like
Eminem.
a It's like a obsessed fan or some shit like that. Stalker fan.
Yeah,
A stan. Like Eminem. Look, there's his name right there. Stan is a mix of stalker and fan. But do you think maybe they'll say that back in 100 years or 300 years?
I think so. I can see that.
Bald face lies. So I always was curious if it was bold. Oh my Lanta. Bold face, like it says here, or bald face. And I figured out a way for it to mean both. I figured bald face meant you were young, and so you lied like a child. And then I thought bold faced meant like you were typing in your computer and you had to bold face the type to make it stand out.
Oh, I like that. Is that a real thing or did you just lie?
I have been lying to myself. Let me scroll and find the truth. These expressions are both used to describe a blatant lie, but are they interchangeable or is only one of them correct? One of the most common ways to call out a false statement is to say it is a bold-faced lie or perhaps bald-faced lie. In fact, nowadays you barely ever hear the phrase bold-faced or bald-faced in any other context besides responding to a lie. But if you've heard both of these expressions, perhaps more than ever in a time when lies seem to be all too common from government leaders, get the fuck out of here. This article got some kind of derangement. You may have wondered, what is it? Is it boldface or baldface? Or is it baldface? Is it blatant? What in the fact? As in a big blatant lie in bold print. I didn't know anyone thought this.
No, I didn't know about bold print.
Only one can be right. You probably think that only one of these expressions is correct one, and the other is just one of those words and phrases you're saying wrong. But in this case, it is a surprising linguistic twist. Both bold-faced lie and bald-faced lie are generally considered valid expressions. What does bald-faced lie mean? Interestingly, this phrase was born out of a slightly different one, bare-faced lie. And yes, both expressions refer figuratively to hairlessness. First recorded in the 1500s, late barefaced or barefaced. Both refer literally to a hairless man and figuratively to a brash forward quality or action. What an interesting societal comment on clean shaven men
Bold-faced
at the
lie.
time. However, barefaced wouldn't be recorded as specifically describing a lie until the 1800s. As bald became the prevailing word for hairlessness, the expression evolved accordingly. Huh? Bald
So
face? Oh, from bare
it
face
wasn't
to
a
bald face. Okay. Then it's a bald face lie. Though you're still here bare face today. Most people say, well, how do we get to the bold? What does bold mean? Bold was also around for quite a while before it began describing lies. It was likely first recorded in the late 16th century and it meant, well, bold, usually with a negative connotation. But when it came to describing lies, it didn't rise to popularity until the late 20th century, after bald-faced lie had started to gain prevalence. So technically, bald-faced is the way to say it, right?
It sounds like
If
it.
that,
That's what it.
or barefaced. Barefaced. Let's try to remember that. Let's be old school in the way we speak.
It's a barefaced lie. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so like if there's ever a time traveler that comes back and they say some shit like bold-faced lie, we'll know they're a bold-faced liar because they should be saying barefaced from the 16th century.
Yep, we're gonna know. Next time I see
Let's
a
go.
movie that does it wrong, I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna
No, no,
talk
no,
to the
no, no. Just
manager.
stay on Reddit and we'll find time travelers themselves.
God, I
They're
don't know
there.
how to read it.
You don't have to know. You just have to put on your autism goggles and go. It works. That's it. Okay, cool. That's cool. So that's really neat. Is that the last one and it's going to be a either or? Nothing's wrong. I like ending there. FOMO, we know what that is, fear of missing out. Is there anything, I might have asked you this, and sorry if I cut you off, that you can think of that might be a word or a phrase that they're going to be saying in 300 years that we say now?
Um, that we say, I don't know. Let's think. Let's think on that one a second. I should have got these questions before the show.
I know.
What would they say? What do we say now that might not be relevant in 3 century? I don't know.
Well, we did Me
I
Too
think I feel
already.
like these stupid like kid things like cap or um
Yeah.
like those the things
Mm-hmm.
my kids say that I have no idea what they're saying. I'm like, yeah, use English because I don't know what you're saying.
Self-care, not
Fast
self-bees.
cap, yeah.
I don't know. Great show. I always enjoy the sister stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Dig it. I dig it. Lit. Lit is a good one. Same with
Oh
sick.
yes,
Those ones that
yeah,
already mean
for
the wrong
sure.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It slaps. Slaps. I hate it when the kids say that. I'm like, do you know what you're saying?
it
We're
slaps. I
talking
don't know
balls
what.
on asses.
Oh, well, that's aggressive.
It hits different. Isn't it? Okay, tell me what slaps means first.
I don't know. It slaps means it's like it's good, it's great, right?
Yeah, shit slaps. Yeah, I would think. That would mean you got a lot of booty. What a slapping. I say sick a lot. I
Slap.
bought Granny some gummies. She just kicked me out because they kicked in. I love that for her. That's awesome. I thought balls on ass too. Okay, yeah. So it slaps. Oh shit, balls on asses. Never thought about it like that. Wait, what did you think slaps meant? That shit slaps. And that's the same with it hits different. When they're like, it hits different. I'm like, whoa, stop saying that. Not to me. I'm your mom. Like, oh, hits different. I don't want to hear that shit.
A bunch of
What?
weirdos. We got a bunch of weird kids.
Yeah, definitely. I had this other thing pulled up and it was like weird sayings from different regions and different places, but I don't think we're gonna hop into that. We're in an hour and a half. I feel comfortable with what we've done. Do you?
We've done big things.
We did do a lot of big
We're doing all the
things.
things.
A heart of gold. I didn't click on that one. Let's click on it
I
so I
have a
can
heart
say
of
we did.
gold.
What does it mean then? Hold on, don't read the screen. Ha ha ha. What does it mean then?
I, a heart of gold means like you're genuine, like you're pure.
You think you're pure? You made 3 dick jokes tonight about your ex-husband. That is not pure. That is not purity.
They
You got
wasn't
some
jokes.
fool's gold. What do they call it?
First of
Pyrite.
all,
You got a heart of pyrite.
they wasn't jokes. So there's that.
Oh, that's not pure. Shakespeare used heart of gold phrase. Shakespeare's use of heart of gold phrase. Let me see what this is saying. One, on the eve of the Battle of Somewhere, King Henry disguised himself as an ordinary soldier and wandered around under cover of the dark to chat with the soldiers and find out what their morale is like. When he asked Pistol if he considered himself a better man than the king, Pistol says, the king's a bawcock and a heart of gold, a lad of life, an imp of fame. Well, I don't know. That sounds good.
He sounds like he's
Suggest,
not being nice.
yeah, it says suggesting that he admires the king. A bawcock, heart of gold, a lad of life, an imp of fame. I wouldn't want to be an imp of anything or a bawcock.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
no, I don't.
Take it
I
back,
think
dude.
no, thank you. We decline.
Just, yeah, we don't want that. We'll take the gold, but keep the cock thing. Describing someone as having a heart of gold, meaning that they're a good, kind, generous person, isn't always without shades in its meaning. It is more usually used and is as an excuse for something less pure. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
It is more usual than the phrase is. It is more usual that the phrase is followed by the word but. For example, I know that the boss is very demanding and also frightening, but she has a heart of gold. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't.
With all due respect, you have a heart of gold.
With all due respect means no respect at all.
Yeah, a desperate criminal sitting in prison for some very bad acts may be described by fellow prisoners he has selflessly helped as having a heart of gold. And one of the most cliched characterizations in movie culture is the hooker with a heart of gold. I clicked on this before. Haha, watch this. Oh, you can't watch this. Let me show you. Pretty woman walking down.
Walking
We're gonna do a
down
movie watch party. Do you wanna? What are you doing tomorrow?
nothing.
Oh, do you like the movie called Legally Blonde?
I do like that movie.
We are gonna Discord watch party this tomorrow. Would you like to do
I
this
don't
with us? I don't know
I
when.
don't know what that means, but sure.
In Discord, we're gonna watch this.
I'm in.
Yeah, so that's L. Do you know the story really well? I can't get it to
I
stop, so I need to
really
stop.
well.
So. You don't know it really well? Wow, weird flex. You got some kind of life or something?
Nope. I didn't have cable for a long time. I was real poor. I
Okay.
mean, still am.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. Me too.
Hmm.
I'm so very poor that I can't even have cable anymore. Actually, fuck cable. I never got cable. I always only got cable during the basketball season. And since Kobe's dead, we said, actually, yeah, he died in January because he died at the
Hmm.
beginning of COVID before they called it
Yep.
RIP. Anyways, I would get TV for basketball season, and that's about it.
And
Hey,
then you would
Legally
just cancel it.
Blonde. Election is better, but yeah, after season. But I'll watch Legally Blonde for the plot. What?
And you go to Hooters for the wings. All right.
I chipped a tooth on a Hooters tater tot. The worst tater tot I ever had, by the way. It wasn't worth it. Not even a little bit. I'm not
How did
upset I
you
have
chip
never
a tooth
received a
on a
Discord
tater
invite.
tot?
It's not my Discord, or I would have invited you all. I've been trying to. You're not. Oh, wait. Are you just saying that because you don't really want to watch the movie? What'd you say about a tater tot?
I said, how did you chip your tooth on a tater tot?
Must have been ready to chip, but the tater tot was
This
there
is
just being
aggressive.
harder than necessary.
I chipped a tooth on a Cheez-It once.
I chipped a tooth on ice cream once. My first time I ever chipped a tooth was actually on ice cream.
Are you trying to one-up me?
No, but I'm yeah, that's what people do. I heard they just do one-upisms. My bad, Ski. What was yours before mine? I wasn't even listening. I was so
Cheez-It.
busy trying to one-up you. A cheese it?
Cheez-It.
Not worth
Fucking
it.
asshole Cheez-It.
That's not
I
worth
love
it. Nope.
Cheez-Its. And, oh, I'm going to show you.
Hey girl, we can see
So
your
I've got
butt.
this new thing where I put this Cheez-Its in a bag with ranch,
You
popcorn
didn't learn your
seasoning.
lesson about the
I'm not
Cheez-Its?
smart.
Damn. I ain't. Oh. Okay, tell me what else was in there.
Just ranch seasoning and Cheez-Its, and I eat it all day long. Oh, gosh.
That's pretty good. I have some honey roasted peanuts in there. This is gonna be a
I thought you
negative
said penis.
P. Yeah, you heard that. They're honey roasted though, so like the dust that they leave behind, you know what I mean? Like their bag
Mm-hmm.
crumbs are so good. They're salty but sweet. I'm like, this is
Same with the
stoner
Cheez-Its.
crack. I've been looking around and just eating the crack.
Just doing all the things.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I am
take you on a
joking. I am
station
not
tour?
sad. I don't need to rewatch Legally Blonde. Yes, you do. We have a whole list. What'd you say?
I said, do you want me to take you on a station tour?
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah. Show me
ADD
where
kicks
you
in.
poop.
Okay.
Hannah
Okay,
said my
so
teeth is
this is
strong.
this is our kitchen back there, dining room. I got a little weight bench. I wish I knew how to
You're the
turn my
only
camera on.
one?
No, I have a partner. He's in his bedroom.
Let's go there.
All right.
Is he nice? Is he nice? Hold on.
He's really
Oh,
nice.
this is...
He's done astral projection. That's the shitter.
Then he... Oh, that's where the
He's
magic happens. That's where they see the horses.
all the things we're talking. Here's our drug room and our supplies.
Ooh.
There's just drugs in there. They're not really drugs. Man, I wish I could turn my camera around.
I think you can.
Nope, that just turns it off. I just walk with you this way. You don't
That
gotta see me.
works. Oh, there's my stockings. I forgot about that.
Those aren't yours.
Well, that's
Let's
rude.
see, here's our office.
Wow, that looks cozy. Oh,
Here's
this
our
is
living
creepy.
room.
Just nobody's here.
I know.
I like it here. What's that? Karaoke?
It's a refrigerator.
Mm.
And then here's my bedroom. The best part is my bedding is anatomy. I study in my sleep.
It's called osmosis. Garfield taught her.
Somebody said I wasn't smart once, so I said I was like, oh, I guess I got to learn it from osmosis because I'm not smart. This
Somebody
is my
said you're not
partner.
smart.
You're on the internet.
Yeah. There's only one
He's
person
not
in
on the
there?
internet. Yes,
Did he
just two
say
of us. He was kidding.
astro?
It's
He
just
did
two of
astroglide. I want to talk to him about that.
We'll have to do a live one time with him then.
Oh, okay. When he's ready.
Yeah. I prepare people for that. You can't just spring it on them.
Did you know that Legally Blonde has a musical?
Yes.
You did know that?
It came to our city and it
Damn,
did not have
honey.
good reviews.
I wouldn't imagine. Hey, partner. Astro, what? Is she gliding right now? That was him. He does the Astro. It's a musical now. Why? Who asked for that? I know, right?
Nobody.
I
Nobody asked for
love
that.
Elle. I think that movie is super adorable. But I think it's because I watched it when it was new and it's like one of those classics.
I definitely agree. It's a classic.
Yeah, like I never saw, you know what movies? We didn't see Goonies growing up.
I don't think I've seen Goonies at all.
Do you know a line called, we don't die, we multiply? That's Bebe's
We
kid. That might
Bebe's
be Goonies.
kids.
Yeah, we never saw Goonies. So when I tell people that now, they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I was watching other shit. We just never watched it in our house. Back to the Future and Beetlejuice have musicals now too.
That's
Here's the thing.
unnecessary.
Beetlejuice has one or two good songs you might want to sing about.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I heard that Beauty and the Beast has live action, and so I kind of want to see that because I don't care about the cartoons. I only care about the songs. Be our guest, put our service to the test. Wrap your napkin round your neck, Shetty, and we'll perform the rest. Don't you love that? I love that. Every time I'm getting ready for dinner, be our guest. I don't know the song, all of it. I just know that same part over and over again. But put our service to the test. I turn into a little,
Little
I think
dancing guy.
he's like a little lamp. The little.
He
Never
is.
mind.
He's a lamp.
I may not like the idea, however, that's so cool, Vicky. Good for you. Down here is our time, but that's all over once you go up Troy's stupid bucket. Do you know what he's talking about? All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me. I was panicking because I knew this is one of those shows where I needed to say, have you heard of this?
Well, I enjoyed it. I love coming online with you. I even changed my name to Sister Said because that's what everybody says now.
That's who you are. You're Divinity sister. Divinity said sister. Even
I
if I killed that
am.
girl.
Interesting.
Look, chat's saying it's a Goonies reference. It's from the Goonies. Candelabra,
The
yes.
Bebe's kids is?
Mm-hmm. So we might not have
Oh,
seen the movie, but we know the idiom or whatever it is. So, what am I doing for the rest of the year? Today is December 28th. That means there's 3 more days till the end of the year, left
hmm.
of the year. Are you doing anything special for 2023?
I am working, and I always try to work on on New Year's Eve because I heard one time or read one time a long time ago that whatever you're doing at midnight is how you'll spend the rest of the year. And I want to always spend the rest of my year making money. So I always try to work on New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh. You're so right. I designed my Monday show. My Monday show is for the first. And I
Hmm.
did my Monday show is for the first. Yeah, the first is my Monday show. So it'll be after New Year's Eve, right? So Nova, if you're still here, this is what we're doing on Monday. We're going to look at all of the fireworks throughout from the night before from all of the big spots. And then we're
Hmm.
going to talk about different traditions from the different countries. And so I made 13 slides today, and most of them are like that. They're like at midnight they do the thing. Like I think it was Brazil. No, Colombia. Colombia, they carry around empty suitcases at midnight to encourage
Why?
like travel. They want to be doing
Oh,
traveling.
yeah.
So it's what they're doing at midnight. They also says they like clutch money. There's a couple of them like that, and since you're saying like it's like I don't know, you just gave me a new way to think about it. I really love that. But the
Hmm.
different traditions are so crazy. Some of them wear white. There's one of them where they wear white. This might be Brazil. They wear white, they go to the beach, and they jump over 7 waves.
7 exactly? What if
Yeah.
they can't
Oh,
get
maybe it's
7?
China. It's something about a lucky number. In maybe this is
Oh,
China.
okay.
Listen, I don't remember all of the places, so tune in on Monday. You can figure out where they're doing this shit. But in one of the places, they hit their gong 108 times to signify 108 like things you have to overcome to like find nirvana. And
That's a lot.
Kurt Cobain did, and nobody told him that.
Can tell 'em?
Um, yeah, imagine they're hitting the gong to a Nirvana song. That's fucking genius. Someone make it happen.
Do it.
Okay, so then Monday is that show. Tuesday, next Tuesday, we're finishing The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. The chapter is called And Then You Die. So it sounds
Oh,
hopeful.
awesome. That sounds like a nice way to end it.
Yeah. We're going to talk about New Year's resolutions or making, not just making goals, but making, like, define what failure by the end of 2024 looks like. So you have a little bit of something to run from and not just towards.
Do you make
And we're going to pick,
resolutions?
I don't.
Me neither.
Mm-mm. If, I mean, I, I might, I don't. Kind of silly to me. Make a
I
promise I'm
don't.
about a break.
I do, on the 27th of every year, I post, like, I like to look at my year and, like, what I learned um, and then somewhere, like, after the first of the year, like, not a resolution, so, like, usually after the first week, I'll, like I'll write down, like, what I hope to achieve for the, um like, if I learned like, for instance, on my list yesterday, I put, death doesn't ask for permission. So, like, one of the things, like, I wanna be comfortable with in 2024 is, like, making sure that all of my relationships, like, if somebody died today, they know exactly how I feel, which you and I talked about that, like, I do I'm very intentional with my relationships and how I like, every time I get off the phone, I say, "I love you," and I make sure that people know, but I definitely, like, this year with so much death, I wanna make sure, like, I'm being intentional about that. So I don't necessarily make resolutions, but I definitely, like, set my intentions.
That's good. Oh, that's nice. That's
I
really
try
nice.
anyway.
How come you do it on the 27th?
I don't know why I started doing it on the 27th. It was, like, after Christmas and before New Year's, like, what did I learn this year? One of the things I put this year is that alcohol turns you into the shell of a person you used to be 1 drink at a time.
Yeah, it's true. You know
Um,
what I found out about blacking out? The girls were teaching me over break is that when you drink alcohol and you black out, so I always thought that blacking out meant you pass out, right? Like
yeah,
that was
that's what I
part of
thought.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
no, it turns out that your brain blacks out, meaning it shuts down your hippocampus and focuses on other shit. So you get no memory. So from that time your brain blacks out, your memories are gone for the entire time. And that the more you do that, have alcohol and blackout, the sooner your
Mhm.
brain does that because it's just a survival mechanism. So it sees it coming and it does it. Yeah. So I guess you can black out like most alcoholics that are bad, like people we might know, like do it a lot,
Mhm.
very frequently. And so they're not
That's
like passing
wild.
out. They're just like by whatever o'clock, they don't remember anything. It's just good luck.
Have you ever
All I
blacked
said.
out?
I've blacked out once that I'm sure of. Because I
I don't
remember
know that.
waking up in the morning. I remember I woke up in the morning and I went into the bathroom and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, I'm all fucked up looking. My hair's all messed up. And I'm like, my hair's all matty and I'm smelling my hair. Like, I go out into the bedroom. I'm like, who threw up on me? And they were like, you did. Or you threw up everywhere. You fell out of your chair. I was like, wait, I did? They're like, you don't remember that? I'm like, no, They're like, oh. And then they told me all the stories about the evening because I didn't. I forgot, but I didn't pass the fuck out like you're supposed to. You just kept living my life like as if I was. It just doesn't make any sense that that's a survival mechanism because thankfully it was with people who I trust and love. But oh god,
Yeah,
I would have needed some
that could be very dangerous.
anal stitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Could have
just
been a
joking.
bad
That's
day.
disgusting joke. It's a bad night. You know what I'm saying? But I did have to get a waterproof keyboard after that because I was playing World of Warcraft and I had threw up on my keyboard.
Gross. You're
You get in a
nasty.
PvP battle, that shit'll make you sick. For the
Uh-oh.
horde, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And on that
Okay, let's
note,
yeah, let's end this. It got fucking I'm so sorry it got
got
weird.
real quick.
Yes. So also I wanted to say that on Tuesday, after my show
Mhm.
where we're gonna pick a new book, I'm gonna be on Hawkett podcast, which is gonna be interesting. So I sent him, he asked me, like, tell me about yourself so that we know what to talk about. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
And so in typical divinity fashion, I sent him a whole PDF like, here's about me in case you were curious. And he sent back like a week later, he's all, are you like into movies or TV or anything? I know there's nothing you can do with this. I get it. I'm fully aware. I have no idea why you want to talk to me, but I don't watch movies. I said what I should do and I haven't responded back because I got to figure that out. Like, I'm not, I,
Mhm.
I'm going to respond back and just tell him I'm into Motor Trend and Antiques Roadshow. And I know there's even less to do with me now. So I don't know what to tell you. I guess we'll
This would
talk
be
about
really
Jesus and
strange.
DMCAs. It's a lot. I don't know what to think of myself sometimes.
I mean,
And
it's
then
funny though.
it's fun. It's what it is. But so I really hope everyone goes to Hawkett Podcast tomorrow and watches it. I mean, not tomorrow, Tuesday, and watches it that night because if you guys are in chat, it will make it at least not the worst for him because he's having the worst guest in the history of guests, and that's me. But if chat's
Are
popping,
you
then
gonna
it might
send
not be
us
the
the
worst.
link?
I will. I'll post it. I'm going to get you into that Discord, Sister said, because you're not in there either. If I can, I'm
Okay.
going to ask them to send links out to like Sibrev. Maybe you could come watch that movie with us. That would be super dope. It's not my server, so I can't promise anything, but I would love that. Oh my gosh, did somebody just burn out a candle? I forgot I was burning candles. Am I burning shit down? It's the perfect timing. That candle just went out. It smells so good in here. He doesn't do live, it's pre recorded. Oh, hell's bells. That's so that episode is never coming out. There's no gold to be had. I know it. I guess stay tuned. That's actually nice. I guess that's like
Speaking
a
of
little
smelling
present for
good, I
everyone.
hid air fresheners in my ambulance today.
Yeah.
I did because every time I put one like on the rearview mirror, they keep taking them down. So I shove them inside the vents where they can't get them out. Every time the air conditioner turns on in the back, it smells so good.
They're like, "What's that?" You're like, "I'm not sure." Strange. They
Yeah,
take them down because they're illegal and a distraction, aren't they? They are here.
no, they're not. I think somebody's lying about they have allergies and the scent gets on their runny nose.
So I shoved it in the vent. I think someone's lying
I
about
know,
their
did one in the front and one in the back.
It's right next to the EpiPen, bitch. They're fine. They're gonna be fine. They know a paramedic nearby.
Yeah,
Type
it's
it
a
into the
truck full of
GPS. This truck will
medication.
get you right to the hospital. Don't you worry. Prove to me you got an allergy.
Pretty much.
Now that it's
Right.
shoved in the bin, if you don't have an allergy, you're just a lying bitch. And if you die, well, then you was right, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you die, sorry, my bad.
Oh, I love talking to you. This is fun. Okay, but let's leave. I think I covered
Okay.
everything. Monday, New Year. Tuesday, new book. Thursday, new you. Just kidding. That's gay. Okay, bye, guys.
New phone, who dis? Love you. Thanks,
Bye.
chat.
Love you more. Don't hang up because girl with sister said, don't hang up. I'm going to hit end. You just stay there.
Oh, okay.
Did you already hang up?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Bye. You sabotaged it with air freshener. Yeah, that's hilarious. That my sister right there. That my sister. I always tell Vicky that she reminds me of you. She's like the 50-year-old version of you. It's hilarious.
Listen,
I sent
do
her
what?
something on accident.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I'm
sorry. I
going to
was
leave.
giving my sister a tour of the station. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Yeah, I'll turn
She
them
left
off.
all the lights on.
I did. He's like, do you mind if I turn these off? I should be like, yeah, I do.
I didn't turn. I'm allergic to darkness, like that person in the ambulance that has the fruit problem. Mystery fruit ghost that's in there now. Okay. I hold on. I told Vicky that she's just like you because I sent her something on accident to her personal DM when I meant to send it to a group. And I'm like, "Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to send that to you." She goes, "You sent it to me because I'm your favorite." And then you sent me something in the mail like 2 weeks later and it's from your favorite or the favorite. I'm like,
Yeah.
"You guys are such she's the baby in her family too, so you guys are just the same."
Oh,
Okay.
that's
I
funny.
love y'all. See you guys later.
All right. Love you.
Bye. Stay here.
Bye.